back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on my stay at the Windjammer Landing Resort in St. Lucia. So to start, I wasn't sure what to expect. We were going to stay at Sandals and I wanted somewhere else to go and check out to report back to you guys. So I wasn't fully sure what to expect. Family resorts can be hit or miss. Sometimes there are a lot of kids running around and it can be quite noisy. And this one was the first resort I've been to that it's optional for all-inclusive. So you can either go all-inclusive or you can go as pay-as-you-go. So this is a first for me too. Okay, let's get into the details. So first of all, logistically wise, most of the resorts on St. Lucia are located about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. The closest one to the airport would be Coconut Bay. So there was about an hour and a half drive, and we did run into some traffic. And when I mean traffic, I mean like bumper to bumper, basically at a standstill. It took us closer to 2.5 hours to get there. And the roads were very windy. So if you do experience some motion sickness, just be aware of that before you book your vacation. But this resort is tucked into a hillside and it's Mediterranean style villas. All you can see on the hill are white villas ranging in size and shapes, and it is absolutely beautiful. There's around 300 rooms at this property and it's on 65 acres. They actually underwent a multi-million-dollar renovation in 2023. So first up, the accommodations. Honestly, it blew me right out of the water. It was absolutely beautiful. It was massive. So we stayed in the hibiscus area and I think it was just considered a 1-bedroom, but ours had a jacuzzi on the balcony as well. And we had a laundry room, we had a full kitchen, a living room, walk-in closet. Now I'm sure there are accommodations available that aren't as grand. And this wasn't a freestanding villa, so it was more of an apartment style. So when you went up towards where the villa was, there was multiple staircases with multiple entrances. There are villas you can get that are completely private as well. It was super modern, and this would be great for long stays because it does have everything. It does have the laundry, it does have the kitchen. So it would be awesome if you had multiple people going and you wanted to stay for longer term and you didn't get the all-inclusive package. It gives you that option to cook in your villa. The hibiscus area that we stayed in had a semi-private pool. So there was one up top where we spent a lot of our time, and there was a secondary one if you went around and down the stairs. And honestly, there wasn't a lot of people there. It was very quiet. It was nice and relaxing. There wasn't any loud music or anything playing. If you have a large group of people, they do have villas more towards like the top of the hill that are completely private pools, which would be perfect for a larger family. And when you see this resort, you're like, holy smokes, how am I going to get all the way from the top all the way back down? Because like I said, it's 65 acres. It's absolutely huge. They do have a shuttle. It runs 24/7. You can just call them on your phone and they will come and pick you up and drop you off. If you want to go down to the beach, if you want to go to Papa Don's, if you want to go back to your villa, they're available at all times. And a part of their big renovation were these super bougie beachfront villas. We saw them while we were there. They are literally right on the beach. They have direct access. They have private pools. Someday I will go. Okay, food. So food's a big one for me. And again, this is the first time that I've stayed at a place where all-inclusive is optional. Even when you get all-inclusive, some of them aren't included in the price. So if you go to a steakhouse, for example, one thing we were a little disappointed in is there wasn't a lot of cuts of meat that were included in your all-inclusive price. A lot of it had quite a substantial upcharge. Also, some drinks and other food items would have an upcharge as well. Overall, the food was amazing. There was a couple misses. When we were at the upper deck, we found the food was just okay. That was our first night. We went there thinking that, again, the steak was included in the all-inclusive because that's kind of how we thought it was worded. So when we got there, we were a little bit disappointed and the food we got was just okay. Other than that, everything was amazing. We especially loved Papa Don's. The vibe there was awesome. The music was awesome. The food was great. And they did have a surf and turf option that was included in the all-inclusive. We also went to the Perch a couple times. There's a beautiful view from up there. The food that we had at the Perch was the Caribbean buffet night. Now, we were only there for a short amount of time, so we didn't get to see what they offer throughout the entire week. But when we were there, they had the Caribbean buffet. And the food was just okay, but the music was great and the views were great as well. Most days we went to Embers for lunch. They had some really great options. I had some more like junky food. I had some cheese fries and some nachos. And then they also offered some really great salads. Different things that you wouldn't normally, I find, see at an all-inclusive. They had a lot of healthier options that were different than the norm, which I enjoyed. We didn't make it to Masala. That's where Embers is located, but it turns into Masala at night. It didn't seem overly busy. Again, it's a great location, but maybe because of the cuisine there, I don't know, it didn't seem very busy and we didn't end up making it. We mostly ate at Papa Don's in the evening and Embers during the day for lunch. In the mornings, we went to the Dragonfly buffet for breakfast. Always had lots of options. It's not massive, but they have everything that you would need there, and they have a make fresh omelet station as well. Okay, a couple must-try food items on my list are steak at Papa Don's was super good, as well as they had a beet and goat cheese salad. Super delicious, super good, highly recommend. They also had a coconut cheesecake at a couple of the restaurants as well. I decorated it with little sprinkles for Christmas, but they had it at a couple different locations across the resort, so highly recommend you try that. And their coconut ice cream that they have, I wish they had it here. I wish they had it here in Canada. It was so delicious. I had it multiple times. Again, with the all-inclusive, you can have as much as you want. Otherwise, I want to say it's around $5 US for 2 scoops, but highly recommend. It was really yummy. Okay, so now for the entertainment. Overall, it's more low-key. They did have some singers at various restaurants. They had some by the pool in the evening. They had some at Papa Don's. I'm not sure if it was every day, but for a select few days of the week, they had them there. They also had a fire show with people on stilts doing dances and everything, so that was cool. Thing to note though, the entertainment does not go late into the evening. I would say probably around 11 o'clock everything tapers off. So if you're looking for a party resort, this wouldn't be the one for you. Okay, the beach. So I don't have anything really negative to say about the beach. It was absolutely beautiful. When I say it was pristine, it was pristine. There was zero garbage, zero trash. Everything was kept very clean. There weren't a lot of shells in the sand, so it was very smooth for walking. The only thing I would say maybe is there was a little bit of seagrass in spots, so you'd have to kind of go through that to get to the clearing if you wanted to go swimming further. I did love how they had the water hammocks there as well. So they had 2 on the far end down by where the bar was, and then up closer to the restaurants were, they had these circular things in the water that had a net. I don't know, like they kind of look like trampolines, but you don't bounce on them. They're more just for sitting on. So they had a few of those there as well. So there are a lot of options on the beach as well. And the beach never felt crowded. There was lots of seating. And as you could see in my vlog, you could see the day after we had gotten there, they started putting some more chairs down by where the fancy villas were. There are lots of seating. You never have to worry about not having one. Also is a bar on the beach as well. Didn't have a ton of seating, but it's right at the very far end where the new villas were, right on the beach. And honestly, I didn't see a lot of people coming around to take drink orders. Maybe because it's not all-inclusive, that's the difference, but there weren't waiters coming around asking if you wanted anything to drink very frequently. The layout of the resort. So the layout of the resort was great. Everything was pretty much centralized. So you had your main pool, you had your shopping, they had like a mini mart there with some like grocery items, and you had some souvenir shops, and you had excursion shops, and you had your kids pool there right by your lobby, and then you had your buffet breakfast, and all your restaurants are kind of very central. The only things that are really out of the way are the jacuzzis, which are up by Papa Don's, and then Papa Don's restaurant itself. You could walk it. It would be a little bit of a walk, but we definitely took the shuttle both ways. Everything is super close to the beach, which is nice. So if you want to pop in somewhere for lunch, or you want to get ice cream, or you wanted to switch from the beach to the pool, it's all right there. As for activities, they did have some activities going during the day. I did see that they had a boat going for water skiing that you could sign up for, or wakeboarding. They had ring toss, cornhole, ping pong, like that sort of thing right on the beach as well. I did see they had some Zumba style dance classes in the pool. As for the pools in the main area, they had the kids pool and then the regular pool kind of together, but they were slightly separated. I would say they're more on the smaller end. There are only around 300 rooms at this resort, but I still didn't find a lot of people went to the pool, to be honest. So maybe because it's small, or people would just prefer the beach, but there's never really a whole lot going on at the pool. Again, it was very quiet, more serene, more relaxing vibes. When we went to the pool, we mostly enjoyed the hibiscus pool, which is right outside of our room. Okay, who would I recommend this resort to? I would recommend this resort to somebody who is going with their family, or a couple that would like more of a relaxing vibe, or even a single person who would like to go with more relaxing vibe. If you're looking for a party resort, you're looking for a lot of action, you're looking for a lot of activities, I wouldn't necessarily say this is the right resort for you. Okay, a few last notes for the all-inclusive package. So what they do with the all-inclusive package, if you opt to do the all-inclusive, is they still give you a bill at the end of every meal. So it will say you got the cheeseburger, the fries, the blah, 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 the drinks, and it'll have the tax and gratuity and everything, and you still have to sign it. So we found, I eat a lot, but I found that we were eating triple the amount, the cost that it would have been for the all-inclusive when you consider there was 2 of us and the alcoholic drinks and all the snacks and the big meals that we were getting, like 3 courses. So I definitely think that if you were not doing the all-inclusive, that things would add up very quickly. So I would personally recommend getting the all-inclusive package. The relaxing vibes are right up my alley, so I really enjoyed this spot. It was very calming and relaxing, and they had relaxing music playing in some areas. And with the Mediterranean villa style vibes, it was an overall very calming and relaxing experience. I personally would 100% recommend this and would definitely be going back myself. If you'd like a price, please contact me. Contact information is in my bio, and thanks for watching.